Good morning. Today is Monday, October 26th, 2020, and our I Can for today says I can find the perimeter of a shape. We're going to start with a basic rectangle right here. Let me slide this down a little bit. All right, here's my rectangle. I'm going to tell you that the top measures 6 feet. Well, there's an important word that we have to learn today, and the word is opposite. Here's my 6-foot side. Something I can tell you about all rectangles is that opposite sides are equal to each other. So which side of my rectangle would be equal to this side? This side down here, because it's opposite of it. So if you're sitting at a desk right now and you touch the side closest to you, the side farthest from you is opposite to where you are. So I know if the top is 6, then the bottom is 6. And if I tell you that the side is 4 feet, then you know that the opposite side is 4 feet. So the word that we're working with right now is opposite. Sometimes over from the lunchroom, someone would sit opposite you, and it just means they're across from you, right? It's across from. Now, there's another word that we need to know. Opposite is very important. The other word is adjacent. It's a funny sounding word, even funnier when you spell it. The word is adjacent. If sides aren't opposite from each other, they're adjacent. Sometimes in the lunchroom, you're sitting adjacent to someone, and that means they're sitting next to you. So an adjacent side would be a side right beside you. It's next to you. So I would say 6 and 4 are adjacent to each other. If you live in an apartment, someone lives adjacent to you. They might live right next door. Adjacent means next door, beside you, okay? So now we want to find the perimeter of this shape right here. Well, there's a formula that we use for this, and I want you to write the formula every time we do these. Our formula is perimeter. We're going to write it out one time, and then I'll show you how to shorten it up. Perimeter equals length plus length plus width plus width. And I have people say, well, how do you know what the length is and how do you know what the width is? Mostly for 4th grade, it doesn't much matter. This is the length, and this is the length. So here's my length. I'm going to put a number in there to be my length and my length. Then I also see that this is my width, and this is my width. And when I add all of those together, that will give me the perimeter of this shape. So let's write the formula that we're going to use. Instead of writing out this every time, we're going to write P equals L plus L plus W plus W. And I'm pretty sure you can figure out what those stand for. The P is for perimeter. Perimeter equals length plus width plus width. So we don't know what the perimeter is of the shape. That's what we want to find. The perimeter, think about it as the rim. It's the area all the way around this shape. It could be your fencing. We want to fence in the yard. Well, we need to build a fence that goes all the way around or my dog will escape. Perimeter equals, what did we say the length was? 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4. Perimeter equals, I'm just going to pick 2 of them and add them together, 12 plus 8. And here's my last step. Perimeter equals, well, what is 12 plus 8? 20 feet. This means if I wanted to find enough fencing for my dog, if this was my yard, I would need to buy 20 feet of fencing. Let me show you how that works. I wanted to show 6 feet, so I made 5 lines down. And now I want to show 4 feet, so I'm going to make 3 lines across. Now, something a too fast 4th grader might do is they might just start counting boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that is not how we find perimeter. Perimeter is just the edge, the rim. Perimeter, the rim. So I jump around the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we've double checked. We know that this is right. We're trying to be accurate and precise in 4th grade, so take your time, do your best work. That was our first one. We've got 6 total to do today. That was number 1. Here's number 2. Here's our shape. I tell you this side is 5 and the top is 4. Well, I bet that you know the opposite side. Which side is opposite this 5? Opposite the 5, that means across from. Remember, they're always equal. If it's 5 on that side, it's 5 on this side. This is going to be really important later this week when we do irregular shapes. If the top is 4, which side is across from the 4? The bottom. Now I'm going to write my formula. You're going to write this every time. Perimeter equals length plus width plus width. Do we know what the perimeter is? Did they tell us? No, not yet. That's what we're looking for. So the perimeter equals, do we know what the length is? Do we know how long it is? Sure. All right, let's use 4 to be the length this time. 4 plus 4 plus, and what's the width? 5 plus 5. Perimeter equals 8 plus 10, and the perimeter equals 18. Now it's not labeled. It didn't say units. It didn't say miles. It didn't say chicken nuggets. How should I label it? If it doesn't tell you, you just call them units. That means it's whatever they decide it is. 18 units. Again, the way to check this is jumping around the outside edge. So if it says 4 units across, I'm going to make 3 lines down. And if it says 5 units, I need to make 4 lines across. And now I just jump around the edges and I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 matches 18. We know that we're right. All right, good job. Lastly, here's number 3, and then I'm going to be out of room and onto the next page, onto the back of this page, actually. Here's number 3. Number 3 says, here's our swimming pool. It's going to be a fancy hotel swimming pool. And it's 3 yards across and 10 yards long. It's one of those big pools. And they want to put a fancy, nice fence around the pool so no little kids fall in. You want to build a fence? Means we're doing the perimeter. So the very first thing I do is I need to write my formula. Perimeter equals length plus width plus width. Did they tell us what the perimeter is? No. So that's what we have to find. We have to solve for this P. Perimeter equals Well, let's decide what we're going to use. Are we going to use the 3 for the length? Sure, we could use the 3. Well, I'm going to write 3 plus 3, because that was the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to add 10 plus 10, because that was both sides. Remember, opposite sides are equal to each other. All right, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 10 plus 10 is 20, and I still need to add those together. So the perimeter equals, what is 6 plus 20? 26, what would we call this? 26 yards, because that's how they labeled it. All right, these have not been so bad, right? We're moving on to number 4. The only difference with number 4 is that number 4 is going to tell us what the perimeter is, and we have to figure out what one of the sides are. So here's number 4. I start out with a similar shape. I'm going to tell you the top is 2, and I'm going to tell you the whole perimeter equals 10 meters. Remember, whatever unit they use is what you use. Now, as soon as I hear the word perimeter, I know I'm going to need to use that formula, so I'm just going to write it down. Perimeter equals length plus width plus width. Look up at my shape real quick. Is there any other side we know? If I know that the top is 2, what other side do I know for sure? That the bottom is 2. All right. Do we know what the perimeter is this time? Do I know what the P is? Yeah, it's 10. So 10 meters equals, because I got that from right here, perimeter is 10 meters. This equals 2 plus 2 plus something, but we don't know what those are yet. All right, let's write it again. 10 meters equals 4 plus something. Well, I know that there's 4. We already have the 4, but now I'm missing 4 sides. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to come over to my margin because I have 2 variables right here. I'm going to take my total 10 and I'm going to subtract 4, and it leaves me 6. I know that 6 equals this side plus this side. So what is my missing number? Can't be 6. If we said 6, 6 plus 4 would be 10, and then that side would be 0, but we know these sides are equal. So I'm thinking to myself, what is half of 6? If I split 6 in half, I get 3. Plus 3 plus 3, let's see if that equals 10. 4 plus 3 is 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 meters equals 10 meters. And we are right. I know that's a harder one. Let's try one more. Here's number 5. We're starting with our rectangle. And I'm going to tell you this side is 9, and we don't know what this side is. But I'm going to tell you the perimeter equals 32 feet. All right, as soon as I hear the word perimeter, I know what I have to do. What should I write down? If you said the perimeter formula, you are exactly right. So I'm going to write the formula. You write it every single time. Perimeter equals length plus width. Now we have to think about, what do we already know? I know the top is 9. I don't know this side. Do I know the bottom? Yes, the bottom would also be 9 feet because these sides are opposite. This side and this side, any opposite sides are always equal. All right, so those are equal, and surely those are equal. We just don't know what they are. Do I know what the perimeter equals? Yes. So let's substitute this into our formula. 32 feet equals All right, so I used that. 9 plus 9 plus W plus W. It looks hard. Let's do what we know. 32 feet equals, do you know what 9 plus 9 is? 18 plus W plus W. Now we're running into that same problem we had up here. We don't know what the W's are. But I have a number over here, and I have a number and some things over here. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to subtract 18 from this side to get rid of the number on the side that has my variables, and I'm going to subtract 18 from this side. Can we do 32 minus 18? Sure. 2 minus 8. We can't do it. Neighbor, neighbor, can I borrow one? Sure. Now they have 2 left. We brought back 10, which made it 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. 2 take away 1 is 1. So I have 14 feet equals W plus W. I bet somebody knows what that W equals now. Remember, they have to be equal. Does 3 plus 3 equal 14? Nope. 4 plus 4 equal 14? Nope. 5 plus 5? Nope. If you said 7 plus 7, you were exactly right. So what is my missing side length? 7 feet. All right, last one. Here we go, number 6. I know these are tricky. They just take some practice. Today's the first day, don't worry. All right, another big swimming pool. I'm going to tell you that this side is 6, and I don't know what the top is. But I will also tell you that the perimeter equals 22 feet. Means if I needed to buy fencing, that's how much I need to buy. All right, so I know my perimeter. I know that this side equals 6. Is there anything else that I know? Yes, if this side equals 6, well then, yeah, this side equals 6. So I'm going to write down my formula. Perimeter equals length plus width plus width. Do I know my perimeter? Yes. 22 feet equals, because the P equals 22, I can substitute that in there. 6 plus 6 plus W plus W. All right. It looks hard. Let's do what we know. We know 6 plus 6. So 22 feet, we have to write this every time, equals 12 feet plus W plus W. Can I do this with a number and variables on the same side? No. So I'm going to subtract 12 from this side, and I'm going to subtract 12 from this side. This leaves me with 0 feet. And this side leaves me with 10 feet. 10 feet equals W plus W. Well, what plus what equals 10? 3 plus 3? Nope. 4 plus 4? Nope. If you said 5 plus 5, you were right. 5 plus 5 equals 10 feet. And we know our missing side length is 5 feet. Nice job. Take your time, do a good work with your practice. Yes, you need to write the perimeter formula every time. Have a good day.